Watch real people as they attempt for real goals, as they gain real experiences while applying the goal process here at Tumbling Dragons.
Hey, this is MD Anderson, and Tumbling Dragons reality show is more than just watching the girls practice and get better, of course, through their mistakes and their triumphs. It is also about how this business gets started. For the last several months, all that you've seen is us with really chintzy mats. To be honest, they are chintzy. But we are looking at getting into a building of our own. So this is the location that we are aiming to get. So we are really excited to get this going.
You don't have anybody behind you bothering you today, do you?
Not that I can see.
Cool. What are we working on today?
Handstands. I want to get my handstand permit.
Okay, we'll try some action shots today because it's only you. Anything you want to say to Delana since she's not here?
Get better and get over here.
Okay, go. There, I kept you in video that time.
Yeah, so there we go. We're going to try camera head. That's funny. Camera recording camera. Okay, go try it again. Let's there we go. We're going to try camera head. That's funny. Camera recording camera. Yeah, I didn't think it was we can sit tight to your head. Yours, yeah.
I hope it doesn't go like flying and then I land on it. Okay, I'm scared.
Try at least the round off. Don't do that cast.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think it was there.
Hello. It works.
We can zip tie it to your head. You're upside down. Woohoo. Look at that. You're a real tumbling dragon. Yeah, don't run me over. That wouldn't be so fun. Oh, that was unstraight at all. You're not traveling whatsoever. I don't know how well that would turn out. That would be interesting. Okay. What? No stretch. Because we'll do these here in the chair. Okay, make your shoulders up here. Turn. Very good. Breathe. Shoulders tall. Shoulders more tall. Keep your chin up. Don't let go. Up. Keep that chin up. That's better. Let's see how far we can lift. And let's see what we can bring it the other way.
You like playing with me?
Everybody. You're like my little rag doll. Have you noticed? Okay, nice and tight. No gears. Breathe. It's okay to be a little high. Because higher does what? Travels further. Cool. Can you balance stick your chin in right there? Hold it. Can you hold it there? Hold it up. There we go. You do funny things. Don't.
I'm scared.
It's okay. Okay, keep this leg straight. All you need to do is take this foot that way and then press with the elbows. Press, take this foot this way. Just like the front walk over, keep your hands over your head. Boom. See, like that. But keep that front leg further. Okay, let's do the back hand. Take your time on the sit. You're trying to rush the sit, thinking it's going to give you more power going backwards, and that's not true. It's going to reduce the amount of time gravity has to pull you backwards.
breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep the hands there, take this forward, forward, forward. Good. You died. And crisscross. See how far your hands are? Bring your hands a little bit closer together. Because right out here, it's going to be really tough to move that because out here, it's going to have to travel further. Versus here, turn, move. Yes. So basically, flip, travel. Good. Breathe. Close. As soon as you turn, you let the legs travel. Legs stay together. Flip. You know which way you want to turn? You turn your ears inward, which makes it weird. And there we go. Other than the holding your breath part and falling on your face, it was nice. That's not how it was supposed to go. Point with toes, and then try to pirouette. Those legs aren't even coming to a vertical. Take the vertical. Point. Very. Stay tight. That's a little too close. Hold it. Not too far again. Now there's nothing there to stop you. Where's the pirouette? Your timing is way off. A couple weeks ago they were pretty. Swing up, tap, breathe. That was better than the other ones. Thank you. You still, when you let it, you let it go. Just relax the lungs. The lungs are not going to help you do anything as far as jumping, lifting, rotating, or landing. Breathe. A little bit better. You're still jumping a little bit backwards. Okay. So, that's how the extreme is. That's fancy. Okay, go for it. Look back, shoulder back, breathe. Two, go up. Shoulder back. There we go. Back tight this leg. You start to bend on you. Shoulder back, tight, tight. Keep this leg tight, leg tight. Very good. Shoulders back. There we go. Getting closer. There we go. Take your time. Take your time. Hold it. Hold it. There we go. Tight tummy. Shoulders back. Tight your tummy. This leg, your standing leg starts to bend on you. As soon as you start getting to about there, you let it bend. Not bad.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the ground.
And now, a message from our sponsors. You look like you have issues. I do. I need to refinance my mortgage. I have bling because I refinance with Chadwick Bergs. Wow, you got the straight scoop like ice cream.
Hello everybody, it's Thursday and I have a class of no-shows today. So I'm going to go over a little bit about the history of Tumbling Dragons. Before Tumbling Dragons, there were actually two names to the gyms that I owned. The first was Just Rebel Gymnastics, where I started with this name because I had a t-shirt line called Just a Rebel. That came from my mascotting days at Dixie College, where I was the Dixie Rebel. And I made t-shirts that said, I'm not bad, just a rebel. When I moved to Arizona, I created the business entity under that name, and when I started the gym, that's what I went with, was Just a Rebel Gymnastics. I liked it. However, during my course of being married, I had a companion who didn't like the name. She thought it was too rebellious. Well, yeah, it has the name Rebel in it. So I changed the name to Pinpoint Gymnastics, where we had that name for several years before it actually kind of went under. For several years, I was going through a lot of things that I was never prepared for. I could see that there was a divorce in the future, and knowing that it was probable for the gym to close, which eventually, yes, it did. But in that meantime, my oldest, Belle, she was only 10 years old. She came to me and she said, Dad, I want to write books like J.K. Rowling. That was her mentor. From like the Go process, we teach finding mentors. But she looked to me as her mentor as well. So she asked if I would help her write a book. Instead, I said, I can't write your book. Your book is you. It's about you. It's what you want. Not me. It's not my book. So, hey, let's do 2 books. You do yours, I'll do mine. She started out with Sagittarius because that's what she is, and she's been building her storyline along the Sagittarius. I went to a Chinese restaurant. It was on Indian School and 107th Avenue on the northwest corner, and I sat down and it had the Chinese zodiacs on the outside of the paper plate that was on the table. I saw that I was a dragon. So I took that home and showed it to Belle. And I said, I'm going to write mine about dragons. Honestly, I didn't have any big influence towards dragons until that time. As I got studying, I realized that there were no dragons in today's existence. However, in every country, every culture, every nation, there is a story about dragons of some sort. Many different names, many different spellings, many different meanings, many different magical possessions, and it just spurred my brain on. So Belle and I sat down and started writing our plots together. I first started with Dragons Amongst Men, which is basically an introduction. I plan on doing 6 more of these big novels. So these are pretty big books. They're fun, they're exciting. I think they're hilarious. I use real characters in it. I use fake characters in it, historical characters. It's just a lot of fun to sit down and think about all these different kinds of personalities, what makes them act, what makes them react, what entices them, what draws them away from something else. I started writing about the different kinds of dragons. In fact, this book has a lot of this book in it, but it's only portions of this book are in the actual novel. So you have to learn about the dragons, the different kinds, just like we have different cultures here on Earth with human beings. Dragons do as well, and the different kinds that they have. Which then led up to, how did we get the dragons? Where did the dragons come from? What about the gods and all the other things? So I had to write another book. This one is The Mans, the Dragons, the Gods. It talks about the history of my version of the gods for the entire Dragonville series. Why was man created? Why was dragon created? Why are there dinosaurs? And why are they gone? So all those are answered in this book here, which then incorporated into the rest of the novel series. Those are the ones I have published right now. At this point in time, I'm getting so close to finishing the Epistle of Leonardo da Vinci. I have an entire shaman organization starting with Leonardo and going through many great historical characters throughout our history who have done significant things with our astrology, our technology, our electricity, how they've evolved things, some of our new philosophies. Those are all included in the Dragon Veil series. However, the most important one, which is why the Tumbling Dragons is called Tumbling Dragons, is based on this one. The most important book of them all actually happens to probably be my smallest book as well. It is Dragon Eyes, Your Dragon Eyes. Over my years of coaching, I've come up with a process I call the goal process. It is 11 steps that teach you how to build your self-esteem with every single step along the way, from discovering what your goals could or should be, to finding mentors, to planning out how you're going to go about doing things, as well as once you get successful, you have every right to be proud of yourself. So often we can see somebody who is forced to greatness and they don't appreciate it, there's no value, because they weren't following the goal process. And in the novel series, they learn about the goal process along the way, and they learn how to apply it and work with others as well. A lot of great content and information inside the Dragon Eyes, Your Dragon Eyes book. It is the only book I know of that is written by a character of another book, and it actually quotes the original author, myself, in a book that I portray to have been written by somebody else. I know that's a lot to take in, but that's how it is. I actually quote myself in the book. I think it's pretty funny. For those of you who are new to Tumbling Dragons, make sure you get the code for your free enrollment to the course. It's well over $150 at retail value. So now you know a little bit about where the history of the Dragon Veil series is. And Dragons Amongst Men, it's about Guy, Phoenicia, and Big D getting inaugurated into the shaman organization and getting to know their personalities and what they are, who they are, what they like. I use real places in the book where my main characters go. They go water skiing because I love to water ski. I miss my boat. You can buy all these books on Amazon, so make sure you go to Amazon. You can either order it in PDF or in paperback, as you see that I've got here. Make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and to everybody out there, thank you very much, and I hope you all have another great week.
And now, a message from our sponsors.
A couple weeks ago, I mentioned how I hadn't been taking my MMF, and I was sick, and I had all that yuck in my throat and my nose. I mentioned MMF, which is Military Micronutrition Formulation, or this right here. It's little capsules that have been originally started for military and our soldiers, and I take this every single day. It helps me feel good, perform good, and like I said, how do you achieve greatly if you don't believe greatly? As well, how can you achieve greatly if you don't feel greatly? This stuff has helped me out so much. I love it. I take it every single day. You can learn more about it and sign up for the newsletters that come out every single day at dragoneyes.org.